welcome back to Oxford Included with me, Jetty. I'm back in the neuralized area again. This time I'm not going to forget about myself and leave myself in there for too long, because I'm really hoping that this is the last time I have to get in here to get the regenerative trait, because let's be honest, I get crispy often. And beefsteak. Well, one more round through the neurovacillator won't hurt me, I'm sure. So, this episode, well, first off, there's been a bunch of things that happened between episodes. One, we got our arbitrary. We got our arbitrary farm up and running. Now, I was not as careful as I should have been, and I should have remembered that arbitraries actually have a slightly different pattern when it comes to printing, or when it comes to planting them. So, this is the pattern down here I should have used. This is the pattern up here that I actually used, because each arbitrary can put out exactly four tree stems. Four, I don't know what you want to call them. Although that one's got 5. I think it's 4 plus the top one. Whatever. The point is, I sort of overplanted these. These guys are squished in a little bit too much. This one, well, let's go through the list. So, let's try that again. So, if we bring up Harvest Overlay, we can see that, you know, first off, these are not set to auto-harvest. These are set to, literally, they're going to go and then they're going to drop on the ground. I don't want to actually harvest them. I just want them to work naturally, and then after them be harvest ready for 2 cycles, they get dropped on the ground, and the auto-sweepers will pick them up and just ship them out. So, it means less for me to worry about, basically. But the way I've actually set them up is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plants. Realistically, I should have had 9 plants. 9 plants would have sort of filled out the same amount of branch area as what I have here. In fact, this guy, I need to wait for him to finish growing, but I don't actually think he's going to have any room to put out any branches. Consequently, I've turned this one off. I don't think I want... I don't think I'm going to plant one here. And yeah, I'm also out of seeds. Completely out of seeds. So, as far as I understand, the pips, when they eat the branches or occasionally run up and down the trees, occasionally they drop out extra seeds, and that's sort of what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping to get a few more seeds that way. On top of that, even though we're on RIME, which should be a very, very cold map, you can see it's not exactly cold anymore. So what I've actually done is I've just run around the map and set up a whole bunch of priority 4s, which is changing over a lot of our insulation over to mafic rock, because it's more efficient at insulating. On top of that, places like, you know, cold slush geyser, we're just swapping that over to priority 4 as well and just insulating the whole thing. I'm also moving a whole lot of plumbing over to insulated as well. Just trying to slowly insulate up parts of the base. We also have a petroleum boiler here, which is like a future episode thing that I'm just in the process of just trying to get the dupes to actually build. I want to cancel those buildings, and those buildings. So hopefully we don't get any dupes stuck in here. Put in ladders there. And there, cancel that as well. So yeah, that's a future task. It's all set to 6, which seems a little bit higher than I'd like. I really like it about 4, but you know, it'll get done in good time. There's no particular rush for this one, but yeah, we're looking at the point where I think I want a petroleum boiler, just so we can start getting rid of some of the. Hang on, what? No, we're not doing obsidian. We're doing mafic rock. Priority 5. Yeah. I'll replace everything else later. Okay. So, yeah, we're building a petroleum boiler ever so slowly. The dupes will get to that in good time. Next thing, I actually... no, hang on. What else do we do? Yeah, so we started surrounding some of the hot things with more insulation. Main reason being, this is a perfect example. This has been here for like, what are we on? probably 700 cycles, and we can see the insulated tiles are slowly heating up. They're heating up to 80 odd degrees. So I've wrapped it with another layer of insulation to stop that heat leaking out. This one's an even better example. This is the first one we set up. So as you can see, like 99 degrees, 80 degrees, which is leaching that heat out into the rest of our base. So, you know, our poor thimble rig can't run because it's too hot in here. So yeah, the plan is to just replace a lot of the insulation wherever I can with an extra layer and mafic rock, because I've got plenty of mafic rock. It's fairly cheap as well. And just trying to insulate parts of the base, keep it a little bit more toasty. As you can see, our Draco farm is running awesome. We have filled both our ranches, and on top of that have just a few Dracos left over. I sort of forgot to, you know, finish off this and have the excess ones dealt with. So before we start dealing with all the excess ones, want to just very, very quickly set up just a way to shear them all before I feed them to the duplicates. So we're just going to extend the floor out just a little bit. We're going to put a shearing station in here, set that nice high priority, and then hopefully the duplicates can come and shear 10,000 Dracos before we start feeding them to, well, the duplicates. Feed them to the meat machine. Clock sensor, copy paste. Clock sensor deconstruct. More important, I'm sort of amazed that I managed to get all that built without a single Draco getting out. And we've also got some new printables, because I've had a couple lovely people decide to not only submit their names, but also support the channel at the same time. So, hopefully we get some decent dupes. Suit wearing and farming. But you're a quick learner. Great, you're perfect. So we're going to take on Alavan. Alavan actually put their name down as a sacrifice and then chose on top of that to support the channel on Patreon. All funds that go in through Patreon actually go towards supporting the channel and basically increasing the quality of the videos you guys get to watch every day. So new hardware, upgraded monitors was a recent one. Cloud backup was another recent one. Video editing software, which you have no idea how expensive that stuff is. Come on, can we build this, please? I want to set it to priority 9 before I wander off and go do something else. Oh, Alavan's already printed and running around the base. Okay, first off, we're going to have 2 Stasi suits, please. We'll give this one to Alavan, wherever the hell he is. Alavan. Skills. Alavan is going to go straight into, even though his priority is elsewhere, we want to get him up into a rocket suit. So we're going to put him straight to advanced research with a pretty hat. Whilst that runs, we'll go consumables. Wait forever for this to load. Alavan, which is hopefully at the bottom. No, you can't eat that, or that. Or that. Nobody can eat Paku fillet. We want to turn off those as well, and normal mushrooms. So his only choices now are barbecue and fried mushroom. Okay. We need to give him access to the base so he can have priority. Well, he can come in only. We're not going to let him out. We're going to keep him trapped in here for just a little while because we actually need a duplicate training center. We need a way to get duplicates trained up as fast as possible into being better duplicates because, frankly, what we have when they come straight out of the printer is horribly, horribly, horribly useless duplicates. So we're going to give him his only job in life, and he's going to be doing this for the foreseeable 50 cycles or so future. Priorities. Alavan. Your one want in life is to operate things. And he's going to come in here, and his job is going to be running on a wheel forever. Meanwhile, so we better make sure we've got a bed up here. So many duplicates. So. Alavan. Okay, Alavan's going to move up here. Yeah. It's done it to me again. Okay, Bojo, BV Gorp. How the hell did you get in here? You're not meant to be in here. I don't see a way through here. Yes, I do. Okay, we need to build in that wall. Yep, they're jumping over here and running up and through there. And they're taking their horrible food into the base and using the pretty toilets. Alavan, table. Okay. Get that wall done. Excellent. So now if I bring up Bojo, he can no longer get into the base. Awesome. Butcher. 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 Alavan. Okay, that's cleared all the rest of the tables. Excellent. You know what? We can throw in some more sculptures. Actually, we're not going to throw in more sculptures. We're going to put in furniture. Pedestals. Because we can definitely see what we're doing with this overlay on. Okay. So, we got a new duplicate. Alavan is in here. We need this stuff built, Dupes. Because I really don't want the other duplicates in here. Alavan's going to have in and out access. As soon as Nina finishes getting his last few builds done, even though Nina's not meant to be in the base. Show navigation. Out you go, Nina. And you're back. Schedule. Alavan could go down to morning shift. I think morning shift still has some free spaces. It does. So, this is the problem. Priority 1. These things. Stinson, off the machine. Off the machine. Crisis, off the machine. Come on, 2 bits of wire. Okay, that's it. Default access is now everybody gets the hell out of here. Crisis out. Oh, default access is out. There we go. Crisis out. Ogophobia out. Stinson out. Okay, so duplicate training center. Alavan's one job in life is to recharge the batteries to 100%. And as you can tell from earlier, there's no batteries on the network. So he's literally going to run on this wheel non-stop for probably the next 50 cycles, which is going to do 2 things for his stats. One, he is skills. He is going to improve his athletics like you would not believe. At the same time, his machinery skills, his operate skills will also go up because he's working on a machine all the time. So yeah, that should fix Alavan up. We're going to set all that to priority 9. As he's the only one that can access it, he's going to be in here running non-stop. So, now that's done, we have our lovely rocket. Which needs... cancel all. Our lovely rocket, which needs all our gas pipes. Deconstructed. Because these are all made out of mafic rock, and now I have ceramic. We're going to use a whole bunch of ceramic. So, our lovely rocket, which has a solid fuel booster, which needs iron to run. Iron is not an issue. oxalite is. We never got around to actually doing anything about oxalite, so we're going to make an oxalite factory right about here. Actually, no, we're right. We're going to put it down a little bit lower. Okay, ladder there, ladder there. We want refinement. We want an oxalite refinery. We want storage. I want a storage bin down there. I want shipping. I want a conveyor loader in here. I want auto sweeper up there, which means I'm going to have to ladder my way across. That's going to be dug out. That's all going to be dug out. That's going to be dug out. That all has to be dug out. We want shipping again. We want a conveyor receptacle. I want to put this underwater because it's going to have oxalite in it, which will off-gas given half the chance. Which now means those tiles have to become real tiles. And lastly, we need a storage bin. Okay. Where were we? We were putting in some insulated pipes out of ceramic. There to there. What's that last pipe made out of? Go away. Ceramic pipe, we want to come this way with it and hook it in there. Okay. Priorities, 9s. All of that could be a 9, all of that can be a 9. Digging up those 2 tiles can be a 9. Ceramic pipe needs to make the final connection. So oxalite refinery. Oxalite refinery is going to need a couple of things. 1, it's going to need oxygen, funnily enough. 2, it's going to need power. So let's try and get power hooked up. We want to get rid of all that. We want to inspect that. We want to rummage through that. We want 8 tiles worth of artwork. There and there. Okay, I got to deconstruct that tile to replace it. I want access in here, so I think the easiest way is get rid of those 2 tiles, deconstruct that machine because it's going to be in our way. Go away, machine. Dupes just demolishing everything. Deconstruct automation. All the automation can go away. That there. We want a couple of power transformers there and there. We want heavy conductive wiring gold. We want lead wire to come in through this automation little thingamajiggy bob, but into there, and then up to where our auto sweeper is going to go, which still hasn't been built yet. I need this built so I can get rid of the gantry. You're going to be storing refined metal iron. 2,000 kilos. It'll give you a nice high priority to get filled up. I saw where I made a mess. We have no gold, so let's turn you back on to making gold. Because Oxalite Refinery does 2 things. 1, it uses oxygen. The other thing it actually uses is a little bit of gold to make oxalite. I have no idea why you need gold to make oxalite, but you do. I'm sure if it actually exists out there, somebody in the comments will tell me. So we want to take this gas pipe and feed it in there. All that plumbing is now done, so we can get rid of that. You're half full, so I'll turn the priority down on you. You are going to take out... consumable ore. Oxalite. Which actually means I want a new thing I want to put a ladder there. I want to deconstruct that ladder. And deconstruct that ladder. And then that ladder. Because I want shipping. I want auto sweeper. I want auto sweeper there. And I want auto sweeper there. I'm hitting every key at the same time. Out of copper, sure. There to there, there. Alright, we can't get in here to do this, so let's deconstruct that tile. Let's let the oil out first, before we do anything else. The table can go away, because it doesn't do anything. Yay! Oil be gone. Okay, now the oil's gone, we can deconstruct that one and that one to actually let the dupes in from the top to build it. What else do we need to do? Unreachable food. Butcher. Have you got yourself stuck? Definitely. Deconstruct. You're peeing on the floor. Dude. Dude. Okay, deconstruct that one. Can you stand up? You can get out now at least. Okay. Mop that. No, bad example. Where'd Bocha go? Show navigation. Cool, you can't get from the bottom of the base into the actual main base. Excellent. Should just put some doors here. Yeah, later job. Okay. Oxalites. Nope. Bocha! Well, I had no idea you were quite that hungry. You just said unreachable food, not starving. But, you know, Martin will take care of you. Martin will definitely take care of you. Into a transit tube, and then through the oil that nobody wants to mop up, and we're just going to drop you off here and have a tear about you. And look, we're all mourning you. You were a valiant member of the team, sort of. We have some pedestals. We want to put. I don't want to put food on there. We did have everything under the sun. We did have a strange brick. Select. An old X-ray. Okay. They're just some of the space artifacts we've brought back. Decor plus 30, decor plus 20, compared to one of these, which has a decor of plus 30. Radius 8 tiles, radius 5 tiles, radius 3 tiles. They're not that great, to be honest. Okay, so we have oxygen running. We need to do a sweep. Everything in here. Actually, I also need one more thing for this to work. I need to put down a weight plate underneath with just a touch of automation from there to there. Why for you not run? Because you have no oxygen. You know what? Turns out we have this whole other pipe that is crammed full of oxygen that we're not really doing a lot with. We'll just put that on there. And that should probably fix the oxygen problem. Okay, so we're going to say active if below 300 kilograms. And then we need a priority 9 sweep. Everything in there, please. Excellent. So we're making oxalite. Oxalite's going to go into our solid fuel thruster. As it dumps out, auto sweep is going to pick it up, throw it into our conveyor loader, which should ship it down here. And then this auto sweep will throw it straight into our solid fuel thruster. So we now have oxygen automated. We have iron technically automated because we have an iron volcano. So it really comes down to how quickly we can get the oxygen shoved into this machine, which is purely limited by this vent from the looks of it. We'll get there. Idle. We just had an idle dupe. They died. This is why idle dupes are bad. And then you're going to jump to left-hand tile. And then I'm going to have to deconstruct that tile. Door out of steel. In there. And in there. I don't remember what those two tiles were. I think they were just insulation. We need to open that up. And open that up. So dupes can get across from here into here to finish building this. And mop again. Or maybe they were window tiles. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Okay. So oxygen done, rocket launchy. Okay, new jobs for our lovely duplicates. So when launching a rocket, it really needs a clear way to get to the space. But I haven't actually set up any way for these doors to open or close. So we need to look at fixing that. And the way to fix that is literally I'm going to build in a pile of bunker tiles. Lower priority. Like so. There. And I'm going to do the same here. Deconstruct. Priority 9. Get rid of those. Nope. All. Get rid of those ladders first. Because, yeah, we have blocked off the whole entire sky. But I haven't set up any way to actually have the duplicates... Or anyway for the doors to open and anyway for us to get space scanners so we can actually see what's happening out in space and, you know, let the duplicates or let our rockets through. So what I'm going to do is probably the craziest thing ever. I'm just going to build a dead straight rocket silo all the way up. And... once we have a rocket silo all the way up to space, we're just going to fire rockets straight through the gap. And the gap is going to be... that one, and I think it's that one as well. Because it's actually based off the base, which is... those tiles. Yep. So we need to put in like that, I think. Was that right? No, not that tile. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to bunker in this area and send the rocket right through the hole in the middle. You have oxalite. We're now going to turn you guys on and start filling up our rocket with steam. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to try and cool down this area right here because it's a little bit toasty. So what we're going to do is, in our infinite wisdom, we're going to bring across some oxygen to right about here and put in a vent. And that's going to let us dump in some cooler oxygen in the surrounding area. In theory, that oxygen is then going to just vent out to space and get deleted. So it's going to absorb some heat, take the heat, disappear into space. The thing is, we're just going to repeat that like a few times up here and just keep venting stuff out to space. If I get rid of all this regolith, that will also solve a lot of our problems, which is something that I want to have the important duplicates take care of. What's the story with this? This is priority 2. That's locked. So the only duplicates that can get out on the left-hand side are the acolytes in Atmos suits. So we'll get them to build this bit of drywall. And as you can see, my cooling over here is working by literally just throwing oxygen at the problem. The oxygen takes away some of the heat or heats the area up because my oxygen is 50 odd degrees. It's just taking the heat away and just venting it out to space. So I sort of want to continue that process all the way along. Can I... okay, you are useless. Which means if I get rid of you, and you, And you... That auto sweeper can go ham on all the mafic rock. Okay, how full are you? 200 kilos. Alright. Now, other projects that have been happening. So, we remember this little pump down here that's been running non-stop forever. It's still running non-stop forever. It is still coming up here. It's still sorting out our oil, our polluted water, our salt water, and our brine. And basically hasn't stopped in I don't know how many cycles. The biggest problem is it's either from us melting a lot of ice, because if you remember all these containers were full of ice. They're now not so much full of ice. We want to change you to 1 ton. Priority. No, they are set to 8. And we're going to set you to 2 tons. Yeah. We have melted just about all the ice on the map. If we actually look up liquefiable, we have no more crude oil, no more brine ice, no more carbon dioxide because we froze carbon dioxide somehow. No crushed ice. It's literally down to ice, and it's 50 tons, which is, far as I understand, in these containers. And as you can see, there's always stuff floating out the top because, like, that one just melted. Can I get rid of the stone? Like, it's 44 micrograms. It should have melted well and truly by now. So yeah, we're just slowly melting off the rest of the planet, the rest of the asteroid, which is dumping liquid down here. But this pump has never stopped. We did bring the level down a little bit, but as you can see, the level's gone back up, and it's actually occasionally flowing over the top, causing this pump to fire back up to make sure we don't end up with too much liquid down here. On the other side, we have this area, which was only filled to about here with liquid, has also slowly risen up further and further. I need to, just lost it here, do a deconstruct. Is that power important? Yes. But I need a duplicate to reach through that tile, so that's got to go as well. Yeah, I'm just trying to square off these areas. That's got to go. No, that one doesn't. So yeah, we have filled up this area with liquid. We're filling up and draining this all at the same time and fighting a losing battle. I'm thinking maybe a second pump. The problem is our sorting system only really allows for 1 pump at a time. So maybe a future project is to set up a second pump over here, maybe, and hope that it takes a different liquid and, you know, sort stuff that way. Technically, I can have 2 clean water inputs, but still, like, only 1 oil, 1 polluted water, 2 salt water, or a salt water and a brine, whatever it happens to be. So yeah, we're fighting a little bit of an uphill battle on that side. Are you ready? No. Have Dupes done this? No. Why not? Because we used the 5 button. Use the 9 button. The 9 button makes things happen faster. Okay, how is... So it's sort of cooled down the area just a little bit. Unfortunately, we're about to launch a rocket, which will probably do the exact opposite. Actually, how hot are those doors? 100 degrees. You know what? If I deconstruct those, at least then the dupes can get in here. And I'm thinking about tunneling out this side. Scalding. Like, just flow the oxygen over here to the nothingness and problem solved. Sandstone. We'll fill those tiles in. Alright, you ready? 800 kilos. Yeah, you're probably ready. Showstar. You are 100% ready. Launch rocket. Launch. Nobody's deconstructed these? Okay, priority. Oh, priority 9. Okay, now we'll set this to priority 2. That way, hopefully, all the duplicates get out of the launch tube before the rocket goes off. Which now means I need to set you the other way. And none of the steam backflows. At all. That's not exactly how I intended this to work. So what I've done is I've set up an automation. So this gas shutoff is now enabled, which means the steam can leave this way, but because it has an option down here, it's trying to go that way. If I just deconstruct that one tile. Oh, we can't reach this one tile. I can. Gas pipe, unreachable. Okay. 39, right there, and right there. No. That'll reach it. Oh, launch. Launch, baby. Fixed. Every duplicate better get out of there. Bojo, that is a very warm spot to be sitting. You were suffering hypothermia? Nope. You're now going to be scalding. That's funny. That all indicates that it's cold. Even though it's definitely not leaving a cold trail. Chilly surroundings. Bojo. Oh, okay. You're down there now. Yeah, it heats up the water, the area just slightly. Okay, so I need to replace that pipe, and then go back to priorities, and we're going to set all that back nice and high, and the dupes can get that stuff done. Well, it won't be an unreachable build after that tile goes in. There we go. Incapacitated. Eurogaming. Will somebody save you? Okay, let's go back to 8s. Let's set all this to 8s, because the triage cots are 9. So maybe that'll help. Eurogaming. Nobody cares about you, Eurogaming. Oh, Huff's got you. Now, as long as Huff doesn't have to stop and catch his breath, or have a snack, or anything like that, you'll be fine. He needed to have a snack. Snacks are important. 18 seconds. 10 seconds. Everybody's literally running straight past you. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Bye, Eurogaming. Thank you so much for your sacrifice towards the base. It's very much appreciated. You did do a wonderful job whilst you were here, and I'm sure you did a lot of hard work. I'm positive you did. Scolding, who's that? Ergophobia. It's warm up here, boys. Okay. So Eurogaming is going to get... He's already been picked up. Yeah, he's already been picked up. He's going to be taken down here and going to be thrown in a yet another memorial pot. And hopefully we'll be happy now he's finally joined the rest of the cult members in the base. There we go. See, I even delivered him because I care about every single one of our Doomsday cult members. Whether you be an acolyte or just a well-wishing duplicate who wishes to work their way up the ranks. Welcome nonetheless. I'm sorry you didn't make it. Anyway, on to our printing press. So we also have 2 horrible duplicates. We're going to take the quick learner, because you can at least do operate and machinery. And hang on, pause. Do I have a Marius? I have a Martin. I don't have a Marius. Guess what? Your name is going to be Marius. Welcome to the base, Marius. Thank you so much for submitting your name to be one of the sacrificial dupes. You can see from the last duplicate that everything always goes wrong, nothing ever goes. Everything always goes right, nothing ever goes wrong, and you shall live forever a long and happy life. Ranching or tinkering? We're just throwing tinkering first. Yeah, have your skills. That Puff looks unhappy. We'll fix him. 24 of you. Wow. That's one dead puff. Okay. Where are we up to? So we've got this done and up and running. The duplicates still have a bit of work to do. They'll get that done eventually. The silo should keep most of the asteroids out. Technically, it'd be better if I had no walls, because that way anything going this way is just going to go straight through rather than hit the wall. It's fine. Okay, we're just pressurizing in here. Okay, so I want to also put in a whole bunch of sandstone because I like back walls. And we're just going to do this in sections, I think. We'll do about that much. And put a ladder in there and put a vent in there. And hang on, a ladder will give me 4 tiles. So that's going to be the section we do. And we'll just up the priority on that little bit. Purely because that's where the vent is. Okay, so that's that done. That's that done. Now, I have a wonderful little pip farm down here that is producing pips and producing a whole heap of lumber. As you can see on the right-hand side, we have 18 tons of lumber, and I need to do something with that. So the idea is a ethanol distillery, which is going to give us ethanol, which is very, very important. We can burn that. It's also going to give us polluted dirt and carbon dioxide. Now, carbon dioxide I could feed to slicksters, but slicksters for making oil are pretty pointless. They don't produce a lot of oil. Actually, does this tell us? Slicksters. No. From memory, for like every kilo of carbon dioxide they consume, they only put out half a kilo of crude oil. And they just don't consume the carbon dioxide fast enough. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to build our ethanol distillers in a way that all the carbon dioxide is just vented to space. At the same time, we're going to get ethanol out. The ethanol I'm going to run straight into a petroleum generator because it takes combustible liquid, which includes ethanol. So that's our plan. We're going to have basically a whole pile of ethanol distilleries, and we're going to make a distillery. And I'm going to put it up here. Main reason is I have access to space right here. I had to cover this up originally. We're going to actually open that back up so all the carbon dioxide can get vented out. The refinement. The polluted dirt we're going to ship off to our poke shells, basically just to keep them populated, and then we can get the malt and turn that into lime to make more steel. And this can just make a whole heap of power. So that's the plan. And if we do 4 of these in a row, 4 of these in a row will produce 1 kilo? 2 kilos. 2 kilos per second of 2 liters per second. It's not kilograms per second because that's not guaranteed. But 2... It says grams per second. It's actually liters, but whatever. Because it's a liquid. Stinson, you okay? Yeah, you're okay. It's hot around here, guys. It's just a little bit toasty. Actually, if I took these down, that'd lower the toastiness. Let's just experiment and see if this actually works. Huff, you're not healthy. Huff. Actually, let's do this. Let's take all the important dupes and put them on a bed whilst we rip out the ceiling and see what happens. I have a feeling I know what happens, but you know, for science. Oh, intensely bright. Of course, we're going to have sunlight coming straight through here. Decor, ventilation, materials, light overlay. Oh yeah, it's bright. So we hit the giant wall of carbon dioxide, which lowers the brightness. Okay. Yeah, I'm hitting that button. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is no longer toasty. Yeah, that's lowering the temperature. Okay, so if we just dig that out, and then we'll do a deconstruct on that one. I think that's what we'll do. We're just going to take the regolith and dump it down. Because now we've got the wall on top and the silo. Oh, no, we know about Eurogaming. Yeah, now we've got the walls up, the bunker doors on top and the silo. We're not going to get... Well, unless I have one come through here, which is possible. Or through here. It's fine if it comes down that low. But it means these bunker tiles are not going to be scalding hot anymore. They'll actually cool down. This side won't cool down until I get rid of this regolith, but we can probably do that with that just single deconstruct. Incapacitated. Oh, there's a Martin and a Muppet. Muppet, didn't I send you to a bed? And a Martin? Hang on. Martin, do you have a hat? Yeah, you're both important duplicates. Why aren't you in beds? Where's one of you gone? Who was that that did it? Stinson. I sent Stinson to a bed as well. So we grab a Muppet. He's important. Stinson, Muppet, Marius, Half, Barton. Okay. Let's try this again. Ergophobia. Okay, everybody who has hats is now laying in a bed. Oh, that was a Marius. Okay. Bojo, you're going to be the next one aimed for a bed if you're not. Bojo. Bojo! As predicted. Oh, it's a bit of wolfram out there. We'll just dig that out. Oh, we can't reach it. Let's put a ladder there. High stress and scalding. I can't imagine where the high stress is coming from. Okay. No, I want to see this done. I want to see this done before we move on. Can't reach that. Okay, fine. We're going to put our ladder here. I'm sure nothing bad will happen with us standing here and digging directly above our head to all of this regolith. There we go. Priority 9. Yep, I want somebody to come dig this out. Aaron's Dopison. Oh, dopey. Everything will be fine, right? Dopey. Technically, I'm now filling this area with oxygen or carbon dioxide. Gas. Yeah, that's going to heat up. Okay, Elron. Elron's decided to come do it instead. What could go wrong? That's what could go wrong. Okay, so we need to dig this really fairly importantly. We could actually do that. Elron, do you want to deconstruct the wall? It would probably help you get out. No? Oh, there we do. Alright, put those 2 bits of wall back. Yeah, actually, no, we will dig that out. Probably 9. Crisis! BV Gulp. Crisis is fine. But no, BV Gulp's fine. Crisis, on the other hand, emergency. Emergency! Come grab Crisis. Joe Watt. Oh, there we go. Now, don't stop for lunch. Don't stop to catch your breath. Don't worry about the wet tootsies. It's fine. We're just going to go put Crisis. Yeah, just dump him on the floor. It's fine. Now Super Tux? Wow. So many Scaldy dupes. Okay. How the hell did you get in here, Ergophobia? Okay. That's diamond, obsidian, diamond. It's not like a tile broke and then reformed. You've actually teleported, like Elrond's about to die. Yeah, health 0 of 100. I'm guessing it's hot up here somewhere. It doesn't look too toasty. It's a little bit toasty, but not super toasty. Okay, ergophobia. Alright, in theory, if I dig those two, and that one, then a duplicate should be able to stand here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and dig that one. But I reserve the right to teleporting, because he can't get in there! Like, Elrond's gonna die. We can see Elrond's gonna die. He's gonna eventually work out that he can't attach himself to the ladder. And then, when he does that, finally, he's now confused to Nina. Is Nina also dying? Yeah, Nina's also dying. This might be the most deaths in one episode. Yeah, half and... No, you need to come get these guys. Elrond done. He's still standing up. Oh no, he's not. It's Nina standing up. Ergophobia died. Okay. I wasn't watching. Oh, really? That's ridiculous. Okay. I told you. Being an acolyte gives you a better chance. It's not a guarantee that you're going to live. Nina, we're just going to teleport you to here so you can fall and die. Well, I think that's the way we're going to leave the episode, with many, 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 many deaths. Many, many, many deaths. We have ergophobia still lying down here. We have, I think Elrond. Has Elrond already made it down here? Elrond's already made it down here, so we're going to have a ergophobia. Actually, no. How do I prioritize? I don't think I can. I don't think I can prioritize the deaths. I was going to I was going to put the acolyte somewhere else. But I don't think I can dictate where they go. Maybe I can. Alright, let's see if we can get this done. Okay, we're going to prioritize now this. Duplicates have died. Elrond. Yeah. And Nina. And ergophobia. That was a lot of deaths for one episode. Okay, I'm going to cancel those, cancel that. Test for memorial. Now, can I assign this to somebody? We're going to do priority 9. Because we have a Nina there and an ergophobia there. And it all depends on which one they grab first. Caretaker. So caretaker is obviously going up to ergophobia. So if I come back to here and I go deconstruct now. There's a whole pile of oil just melted somewhere. Okay. So that has stopped caretaker. Perfect. Undertaker. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to put in glass tiles right here. Errands. Joe Watt. Joe Watt's going to get a duplicate. No, he's on storing materials. Which... Yep. Story materials is obviously what's called for when it's picking up a dead duplicate. Where the hell did you go? There we are. I'm going to come up here, you're going to grab a Nina. Follow cam. And Ergophobia is still there. Alright. Errands. Joe Watt still. Alright, that's a Nina dropped off. Done. Okay, priority now. I need that done now. And this will be the trainees' incentive. We're going to welcome a Phoenix Dragon to the base. Just because, you know, obviously we're a little bit short on duplicates after this episode. This is like priority now. Nobody. This is like priority now. But yeah, this will be our incentive to new duplicates. Like, if you don't work hard, this is how you end up. In Tasteful Memorial. Hang on. Before I... No. No. We're going to build it right there. I actually think these are only 2 tools high. They are. So let's go to... Furniture. Blank canvas. Out of gold. There, and there. So, Ergophobia, who was a very talented, very talented, very important accolade, didn't make it, and he has now become a warning to all future accolades that, yeah, you better work hard or else. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave this episode. It was interesting. We didn't get as much done as we wanted. We obviously lost a few duplicates along the way. Just a few. But next episode, we will look at trying to get a ethanol distillery up and running, up in this corner. And meanwhile, we still have 10,000 Dracos for some reason. Did I not set you to accept Dracos? No. So, we're going to get all these guys culled off between episodes. And in the meantime, we did manage to get how much? 32 reed fiber, 84 reed fiber. Yeah, just a little bit of reed fiber out of this process. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Our graveyard is slowly getting bigger. But, you know, they work hard. There's only been 12... plus Ergophobia, 13. 13 deaths so far. It's fine. We're still in the baby numbers. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye.